ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਆਪਣਾ ਭਾਸ਼ਣ ਬਿਗ ਰਿਗ ਬਰੂਅਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਉਦਾਹਰਨਾਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਗਈਆਂ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਸ ਦੀ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਚਲਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਦਾਹਰਣ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗਈ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਵਪਾਰ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਵਿਡ-19 ਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਹੋਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੰਮ ਨੂੰ ਬੰਦ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਕਾਮਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਚੱਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਹੁਣ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਵੇਜ ਸਬਸਿਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਕਿਰਾਇਆ ਦੇਣ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜੋ ਕਿਰਾਏ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਜ਼ਨੈਸਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਮਦਦ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਉਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਹੁਣ ਸੈਨੀਟਾਈਜ਼ਰ ਵੀ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਸ਼ੋਪੀਫਾਈ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਕੰਮ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਘਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਮਾਨ ਦੀ ਡਿਲੀਵਰੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਉਦਾਹਰਣ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਅਜਿਹੇ ਕਦਮ ਚੁੱਕ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਕੋਵਿਡ-19 ਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਹੋਏ ਸਨ ਤਾਂ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਲੀਹ ਤੇ ਆ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ। ਸਿਰਫ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਫੌਜਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕੀਤਾ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਲੰਮੇ ਚਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਕੇਅਰ ਹੋਮਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਓਨਟਾਰੀਓ ਤੇ ਕਿਊਬੈਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਦੀ ਦੇਖਭਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਹੌਲੀ-ਹੌਲੀ ਫੌਜਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਹਟਿਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਲੀਹ ਤੇ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕੇਸਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਘਟ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਕਿਊਬੈਕ ਦੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਫੌਜੀ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਹਟ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਰੈੱਡ ਕਰਾਸ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕੰਮ ਸੰਭਾਲਿਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਦੀ ਦੇਖਭਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਸਕੇ।
Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. Today I'm at Big Rig Brewery with brewmaster Lon Liddell and the MP for Canada Carleton, Karen McCrimmon. Last time I was here at Big Rig was with President Obama, so I'm glad to be back. Now, when the pandemic first started, Big Rig took a real hit. They had to close their doors and let go almost all of their staff. Eventually, Lon was able to start hiring back some of his team, and they wasted no time in adapting to the new normal. They set up an online shop and, with the help of Shopify, started making home deliveries. But Lon and his team wanted to do more for their community and for our frontline workers. So they started making hand sanitizer for local community organizations that do really important work, like the Canada Food Bank, Shepherds of Good Hope, and Chrysalis House. To keep up with the growing demand for hand sanitizer, food, and beer, Big Rig used the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy to hire back almost all their members of staff. And to save money on rent, they also used the Canada Emergency Commercial Rent Assistance. Big Rig is one of the thousands of companies across the country stepping up to help their workers and their community during this tough time. Programs like the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy and the Canada Emergency Commercial Rent Assistance are there to help them get back on their feet. We also launched the Canada Emergency Business Account to help small businesses get a loan to bridge to better times. And we recently expanded the eligibility for this program to include even more small businesses like farmers. As of today, this expanded CEBA will be available through the major banks. And we're actively working with other lenders, including credit unions, to make sure small businesses have access to the help they need. As we move into the summer, Canadians can keep counting on our support. This morning, I want to take a moment to thank our Canadian forces for stepping up once again in our time of need. Since April, our women and men in uniform have done great work to help stabilize the situation in long-term care facilities. As of today, our members remain active in one facility in Ontario, and we anticipate that they'll be ready to leave in the coming days once the situation is stable. I'd like to end today by recognizing that this is a weekend when many of us would be heading to a Pride celebration. Pride is a chance to celebrate who we are and take stock not only of how far we've come as a society, but how far we still have to go. Because there's still so much more work to be done to ensure greater rights, protections, and inclusion for all LGBTQ2 people. I know that many of you are disappointed that you can't get together this year, but I hope that you still all get to celebrate in your own way. And to the kids out there who are worried about not being accepted for who they are, I want you to know that we're here for you, we support you, and that we will always stand by you. Obviously, we talked about the fact that we need to work together to do better, all levels of government in the future on supporting our seniors. We've continued to highlight there are challenges around personnel, there are challenges around structures, and we're going to keep working together. In regards to the military stepping back and allowing the Canadian Red Cross to move into the elder care centres in Quebec, we're making sure that the work that has been done over the past few months, that is moving situations from crisis of a condition red in many of the CHSLDs to being greens, we're making sure that the military does not leave any situation until it has been stabilized in the CHSLD and the Red Cross personnel are available to come in and keep supporting. We brought in place the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy in order to help businesses like here at Big Rig Brewery to bring people back on so that we could restart the economy in a safe and efficient way. We know that many businesses are down in their revenues and therefore needed help. But we want people to stay connected to their jobs, and we want the economy to get rolling again. So we saw the wage subsidy as an essential tool in helping people through a very tough time. As the economy starts to pick up, though, we don't want people to resist growth or resist hiring new people because they don't want to cross a threshold that will remove that wage subsidy. So we're very much looking at how to ensure that that wage subsidy won't be a disencouragement to grow and to hire new people. Those are the things that we're working on now. We hope to have more to say soon. When we put out our joint statement, we demonstrated that in every province of the country, in every territory, we are committed to fighting against racism, to ensuring that people don't face discrimination based on their ethnic background or their identity, whether they're racialized or Indigenous or of any sort of background. There was not consensus on using the phrase systemic discrimination or systemic racism. I have been crystal clear that the federal government recognizes it in order to be able to better address it. But I think people have seen that it's still a strong statement that needs to be followed up by concrete actions, and I look forward to taking those actions in partnership with provinces and territories and on our own. The commitment we've made is that the Canadian Armed Forces will not leave any centre in Quebec that has not gone from a red condition to a green condition. We need to stabilize the situation everywhere those Canadian Armed Forces are, and nobody will pull out any military personnel until the centres in which they are fully stabilized. We're also sending in Canadian Red Cross members, 150 in the coming week, 750 more in the weeks after that, to ensure that right across the province people are getting the support they need. I can highlight that it was actually the Red Cross that participated in training up the armed forces when they first went in April. So Quebecers will be in very good hands, and we're not going to leave anyone who's in a precarious situation by pulling out the armed forces in the wrong place. I think we recognize that this was a program designed to support people and keep them tied to their businesses at a time where the economy was shut down. As it begins to reopen, as things start up again, we don't want the wage subsidy to be a brake on growth or on rehiring, and we don't want people who get close to that 70% of business as usual mark to have to sort of slow down and not grow because if they lose that wage subsidy, they're in big trouble. That's why we're looking at modifying it to make sure that people can continue to benefit from the wage subsidy even as their businesses grow in the right way, recognizing that we are not in normal times right now, that Canadians and businesses continue to need support in order to get us through this pandemic, and as we have been from the beginning, this government will be there for them. We've launched an extremely ambitious program to get young people serving in their communities, young people helping out during this time of COVID, where we recognize that the usual job opportunities, the usual volunteering opportunities are simply not there. We're going to create opportunities for tens of thousands of young people right across the country to work with organizations large and small, in communities large and small, right across the country. In order to do that, we needed to have a partner to help establish the networks and to deliver that with all partners across the country. And as the public service dug into it, they came back with only one organization that was capable of networking and organizing and delivering this program on the scale that we needed it, and that was the We program. We work with them in order to do this. We're making sure that their costs are covered, but they are not making any profits on this. Our focus is on helping kids get those opportunities that they need. We is a great organization that has done that in many ways and many times over the past years, and we're pleased to be partnering with them.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ, ਮੈਂ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਮਾਨ ਊੜਾ ਟੈਕਸ ਸੈਟਲਮੈਂਟ ਤੋਂ। ਇਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਟੀਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਹੋਰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਭਰਪੂਰ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੇਖਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਟੀਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਚੈਨਲ ਨੂੰ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੇਠ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਬੈਲ ਆਈਕਨ ਦੇ ਬਟਨ ਦਬਾਓ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।